Hello trader, Gary Wagner here, approximately 10:40 in Honolulu, 4:40 in New York. It is Tuesday, 22nd day of September 2015, and this is Trending Markets. We do have the Dow Jones Industrial Average off today, off over a full percentile, down about 180 points on the day, 16,330. S&P, same kind of a drawdown on the day, down about 1.66% or 32 points at 1930. The question has been, in terms of the U.S. equities markets, is whether or not it can find some support after the brutal sell-off that we witnessed just 3-4 weeks ago, when the market came down to these lows on the Dow Jones at around 15,550, below that point. But here's what we're looking at right now. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a daily chart, standard candlestick format, but here's what's a little bit disconcerting in terms of looking for a real potential for this market to move up. If we put a trend line through the lows of the market here and here, yesterday's close came in, but it came in at or just above the line, but you can see we've definitively broken through any kind of a upward trend line, because prior to this point, if you recall, even from yesterday's show, what we have been talking about is the fact that we had an ascending bottom and a flat top, and we're coming close to the apex. I was hoping we would see a break to the upside. However, it appears as though we might actually get a break to the downside. Now, there's a couple other studies that are kind of confirming that to be a real potential. And let me pull up our Elliott wave count so you can see what I'm looking at. And traders, this is the chart I was talking about. Now, it is a daily chart. It has MACD and stochastics. We'll definitely look at the MACD, but this also has an Elliott wave count with projections. And the way that our count is currently is we are under the assumption that this last really strong move down was a wave 3 right in here. It was 5 out of 5, and then a major third wave down on our daily. And so once we hit that third, we go into a corrective wave fourth. It's in a bear count. And so on our wave 4, our basic predictions of where wave 4 should take us on the bottom level is roughly this blue line here. You can see that 4 here. And so that 4 would be composed of an A, a B, and a C. And it does appear as though that might have terminated, that ABC. That's going to be your counter trend up. If that's the case, we're going to get a final fifth wave down. So according to our daily charts and our current Elliott wave count on our daily charts, we could actually be looking for lower pricing, assuming we've hit the top that we were looking for, that we projected. Now, when we look at the MACD, MACD is still absolutely moving up. However, if you look, you've got the fast and the slower of the two moving averages coming together. You can also see momentum really shifting and moving to the downside here. It's certainly not negative yet, but it is moving in that direction. So traders, dollar strong again, really the third day in a row that we're looking at the dollar continuing in some strength. We'll look at it in a couple of different ways. The first way is going to be a daily chart. This is just a Japanese average chart. And no doubt you can see the really tremendous moves that we have seen to the upside. And currently we're looking at resistance right at these tops right in here. Of course, these prints aren't right in terms of the exact price because they are using the midpoint to the prior day. And really, to get a better assessment of that, we'll pull up a standard candlestick chart, a daily candlestick chart, so I can give you an idea of where we're looking at in terms of different support and resistance levels. So 96.65, really about 40 points from here. We'll see if it finds resistance. Now, that's really what I'm doing, is simply matching up this top here and kind of extending it over. So if this market continues to move up, this is where I would look for the first possible resistance come in. You've got another little top here at 97, and of course your major resistance right now is going to be at 98 on the dollar index. Now, crude oil again has kind of fallen out of bed, could not find any support. That market, as you can see, is really forming this tight wedge in which we're getting a cluster of really lower highs and almost a flat bottom, but a case can be made for higher lows right in here. So I think this is quite an interesting formation that we're seeing in the market. We do have crude oil currently trading off today by about, I believe, about a percent, really 0.85% or 1.82%, down 85 cents, back to 45.83. So traders, with the Standard & Poor's, I am going to sit on the sidelines right now. We do have it under pressure, and I believe that now there's that possibility that we will see some dramatic sell-off. We talked about the dollar. I do believe that will continue to move higher. And as far as crude goes, you know, at this point, I believe that we might have found some support, but we've got some extreme volatility in the market. We know when we look at these lower prices here, now this is a weekly chart again, so right at around, call it 42.50, we've got tremendous support. Market's trading just below 46, and strong resistance right now in crude is at 47.83. This has been Gary Wagner wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for another Trending Markets. Bye-bye.